Hello and welcome to this training module for TwinStar, Scientific Games' newest cabinet. This module will cover the installation and removal of the Marquee monitor display. Before we get started, I'd like to point out a few references that will help give you a better understanding of this new cabinet. All of the references shown here can be found on our website and will be included as an attachment with this video as well. Please take a moment again to review these documents. They are very helpful and full of information. Suggested tools needed to remove the assembly will be as follows. You'll need a step ladder, a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, wire cutters, a 7mm nut driver with extension, a 10mm nut driver, and no less than a 3-inch ratchet extension. In looking at the Marquee and looking at doing this on a casino floor, you'll have to have access to a ladder, as you will need to get behind each game you are working on. This will be explained more in detail later in this video. This job will require at least 2 people to perform due to safety concerns. Note: for the first portion of this video, I will discuss how to change out the monitor, then I will cover how to remove the topper or Marquee assembly at one time. Now let's get started. The first thing to be performed is situate the game in a position to where you can access the middle panel, located on the back of the topper. Perform the following. Remove the upper monitor. Disconnect from the LCU board your cable marked topper lighting. Disconnect, along with the topper lighting cable, the topper monitor cable. Route both the wiring harness that has the topper power and lighting cable to the upper monitor housing, removing any wire ties that may be holding the cables down. Remove the 2 grounding straps located inside the cabinet right below the Marquee. Disconnect the cables from the super candle located inside the cabinet below the Marquee. Observe. On the back of the Marquee, there are 2 covers, your middle cover and the main cover. Note: to remove both the monitor or the monitor display and Marquee, you only have to remove the middle center plate. To perform this function, it is recommended that there are 2 people to perform both of these tasks. Using your number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 screws holding the cover in place. Again, observe, behind the panel you will see the back of the monitor and all the connections for the LEDs. To remove the monitor, perform the following. Disconnect the following: DP cable, power cable, and power converter cable from the back of the monitor display. Locate the 4 number 2 Phillips head screws that hold the monitor in place. Note: here is where you will need a second person to hold the monitor in front, or the monitor will fall and could potentially hurt someone. This completes the removal of the monitor display from the Marquee. To remove the Marquee, perform the following. Perform steps 1 through 8 as mentioned earlier to disconnect all cables inside the cabinet. After you've removed the middle panel, using the 10mm nut driver with the extension, remove the 2 nuts that secure the Marquee to the top of the cabinet as shown here. Inside the cabinet, using a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 screws that secures the Marquee to the cabinet as shown here. Note: again, you will need to have a second person to assist you with this. Once you have removed the 2 screws on the inside, the Marquee could potentially fall and cause an accident, so be sure to clear the area. This will complete the removal of the Marquee with the monitor still mounted. To install, perform the appropriate steps mentioned above for either the monitor or the monitor and the Marquee. Thank you for viewing this training module. Should you have any questions or concerns at any time, reach out to our technical support team. Also, view our technical training SharePoint for potential training sessions, course materials, and videos that currently exist for all of our product lines.